Hi, for those of you just joining me, I'm sorry I was in a webinar with AAGLA. I apologize. Trying to get you all logged on. Just bear with me. Heidi ho, everybody. Hello, hello. We got a lot of people joining us today, and I'm going to get a butt ton of questions about what AAGLA just did, aren't I? Just hang on. I'm letting everybody get logged on. Hello, everybody. Happy Wednesday. I'm wearing my shirt. Is my girl in here? I haven't seen her yet. Not yet. I don't look good in orange. I'm wearing my shirt. I don't look good in orange. I don't look good in orange. All right. Hi, everybody. How's everybody doing? Just did a webinar with AAGLA on their new form document released. So that's been pretty chaotic. I'm doing another one at 1 o'clock today. So I'm going to have to go probably right at 12:50 or so. I also need to eat at some point, and my lunch is going to be delivered. So if I got to stop and deal with that really quickly, bear with me. I do need to eat. Anybody have questions for me?
I do, Patty.
Okay, what's up, girly?
I did just see that I missed the 11 o'clock call where you talked about the forms with AGLA, so I'm going to listen to the playback on that.
We're redoing the advanced program at 1 o'clock. You could listen to that, but that's the upgraded program that would be $125 a year that adds the Sable Sign like DocuSign. And then it will also allow you to set up packets on the website. So that, and let me give you an example. Let's say you have a property on Hastings Street and it has 32 doors. You can create a file for Hastings Street at 32 doors and create a lease packet for it that has your pool addendum, your this addendum, your that addendum. So you're creating a template for all of your tenants to have the same addenda under the same packet. I hope that makes sense.
Yes, I love that.
I'm
So
trying to make it easy for you guys.
my
Why? Because I'm
question,
one of you.
my question was about that same exact thing. So, like maybe a couple of years ago, you had referred me to go to CAA for this type of lease package, and I like it a lot because it's very thorough.
Right. And now AGLA is doing it as well. And we have DocuSign so you can send it out signable also.
Okay, so if you were to, in your opinion, comparing the two, is AGLA a good resource to also use in comparison to CAA, or is CAA still stronger?
It depends.
Okay,
If you're dealing with LARSO, AGLA is the better choice.
okay.
Okay. If you're not dealing with LARSO in other areas, CAA does an amazing job. So does AGLA. They're coming up on a quick second, let me tell you.
Okay, I'd like to go with AGLA just because they're going to be a lot cheaper.
Hey, amen, sister. And I'm trying to help give you that tool.
Yeah, CAA is not that user friendly. Like it's very thorough, but it's not user friendly at
And
all.
they don't offer the education and training like AGLA does.
Right.
They don't have the seminars. They don't have the lunch and learns. They don't. And they cover the entire state of California. So they have documents in there for Northern California. It gets very confusing. They have thousands of documents in there.
Yeah. Okay, so this
So
is
what I'm
so
trying to
exciting.
do with AGLA is make things more uniform. We keep calling it the landlord. I want to call it the lessor. I want to put it all in legal terms that the court understands, the judge understands, and teach you guys to understand it so we all speak the same language.
Hmm.
Every time it says landlord, I cringe. It shouldn't say that. It should say lessor.
Yep.
It's the leaseholder. It's the lessor. It's the lessor and the lessee.
in
Okay.
in my in my unique situation with like the corporate housing stuff, like in this space, and I'm in different forms and stuff, and in different states they try to use the word guest instead of um, tenant. Does
Uh-huh.
that help in any kind of way, or
In different states, it might. I can explain the difference between a guest and a tenant in California. I can't speak for somewhere else. Fair
okay.
enough.
Yep.
You know, when you go to a hotel and it says you cannot stay in this room for more than 14 days on the back of the door?
Uh-huh.
It's because in 18 days you created tenancy and it gives them 7 days to figure out that you've stayed there too damn long. So, what we're talking about is innkeeper law. Okay. If you don't pay at a hotel and you try to stay there, they're going to call the cops and throw you out on the street, right? It's
Mm-hmm.
called an ejection. Paying attention? Ejection, not eviction, ejection. And the cops do it. Once they've established tenancy, it requires an eviction and the cops can't step in anymore. That's why hotels and campgrounds tell you you can't stay longer than 14 days. And what they're doing is giving themselves a 5 day, a 7 day, oh, holy crap period that they can figure out you're still in there and do something about it before they have to spend all the money to evict. And here comes my lunch. So bear with me really quick. My dog's going to go crazy. Just hang on. Okay, it's food. Hi, sorry about that. It's fine too. 11:30 or 3337. Thank you. 37. Thank you. Come on, Blue. Get back on the couch, goofy girl. Okay, you guys, I'm so sorry. I'm back. Thank you. Please stay tuned for the next messages. I'm just kidding.
So in with that, like what about like those extended stay hotels, like where people are here for business and they're there for like 2 months? Do they make them change rooms or are they allowed to stay for?
Sometimes they make them change rooms every 14 days, and that's why.
Okay. And if they don't, then they can technically create
They become a tenant. Bingo.
Okay.
Especially if you're collecting rent. If you're
So
not
now
collecting rent, then they're a
word,
squatter.
what if we use the word guest in California? Does that help at all?
14 days.
That's it.
And look at it this way. They're paying you. That's not a guest.
Well, because a lot of times their companies are paying us.
I
Like,
understand, but they're guests doing short term. That makes them a guest. Okay.
Got it.
What I would do is I would find out more information about innkeeper law.
Okay.
That's what I would research, Christina, to help you understand more.
Okay.
Okay. Because once that clicks, everything's going to click for you of why they do it that way. And as far as other states, they might not have a tenancy created after 14 days, 18 days. It may take a full 30. I don't know. I can't speak.
Other states do have 30. I don't know about all states, but yeah, some other states, theirs doesn't kick in until day 30.
No worries. All right. What other questions can I answer for you guys?
Patty, I got a question.
Okay, I got an answer. What you got, Lee? Hi, I haven't talked to you in
I
forever,
know,
girl.
years. It's been years. It's been actually good years. That's why I haven't talked to you.
Amen, sister. Amen. I call that good management.
Well, unfortunately, things are getting a little rough right now. So my first question is kind of to the point of Christina. When we're talking about, can you hear me okay?
I hear you fine.
Okay. When we're talking about, apartment associations, I know CAA used to have the Kimball, Tyree, and St. John or whatever forms. They don't have that anymore. Does anybody have those?
Wait a minute. Say that one more time.
You always told us that Kimball, Tyree, and St. John is the best real estate attorney, and I agree.
They are the top of the food chain. They're who corporate America uses. They are the most expensive and the most transversed in different aspects of our industry. If you're just going for standard evictions, try somebody else because they are very expensive. Yes.
But I mean, does anybody offer their forms anymore?
CAA is KTS is who makes CAA's forms.
Really? Yeah, they
Yeah,
used to,
absolutely.
but they used to, but I don't know if they do anymore. Last time I
They
checked, they
sure
didn't.
do.
Oh, okay, perfect. Okay, so I got a question now. Habitability. It's not regarding refrigerators. Thank you very much. Um, okay, so I have this house. The land value is enormous. The house itself is a tear down, but I've been putting lipstick on a pig. It's a beautiful pig, okay? The house was built in 1945. Some of the windows are the original 1945 wood windows, which look beautiful, but I'm looking for a modern aesthetic now. And my tenant just called me to tell me that there's some wood rot. In which case the windows cannot be repaired. He said he's having a difficult time closing the windows. They do lock, but it's difficult for him to close. Now, these are specific living room windows, and there's two other windows in the living room. So I'm just wondering, my plan is to replace this with gorgeous windows, contemporary, which will take about 9 months in where I am in Newport Beach, because I got to go through planning and custom window, blah, blah, blah. So I don't want to be in violation of habitability code. As long as the windows lock, do they have to open? I mean, I have two other windows that open.
I'm going to argue this until we're blue in the face. What if there's a fire?
Well, there's two other windows that open in the
But what
living
if the fire's in between me and the other two windows?
room. But it's only temporary. You understand?
So give them a temporary rent credit for the inconvenience.
I already have $1,200. Is that enough?
You're
Per
fine.
month.
As long as they're not bitching and complaining and coming back at you, Lee. And you guys got to remember something. This property is not in LA. Okay. I already know that
Yeah.
because I know where she owns her rentals. So before anybody starts screaming at me, it is not in LA. Okay. Technically, it is a habitability issue. I'd try to smooth over the situation with the tenant by offering
Yeah.
them a rent credit and downplaying the situation. But
Mhm.
technically, in my opinion, it's a habitability issue.
I'm going to be replacing them actually with stationary windows
I
because
got
it's
you. That don't open. Good
yeah.
move.
Yeah.
Good move.
Get rid of that issue. Okay.
They're just throw their freaking chair through the window to get out in a fire. I mean, that's what I would do. A piece of glass ain't slowing this girl down. If it's on fire, I'm running.
And then just regarding refrigerators, if there is a mechanical failure in the refrigerator, then are we responsible for their food loss, or is that part of their renter's insurance?
That would be part of their rentals insurance. Their food is their personal property, and I'll stick with that all day long. And to go
Okay.
into detail about what Lee is asking me, she is asking me if the tenant, if we provide the refrigerator and the refrigerator breaks down and all their food gets rotten in there, who's responsible for their food replacement? That would be their renter's insurance. They purchased that food, that's their personal property. It's not real property, right? So they would file a
Right.
claim with their insurance company.
Okay. And one last question. They just
This one's a
see,
dollar.
I hate these tenants that just right before lease renewal, and I mean this doesn't pertain to LA obviously because you don't have a choice, but I still do. I want to, terminate the tenancy or not until AB 1157. If that, I'm so scared to death of that bill anyway, or any variation thereof. And I think the chance might be 50 to 60% of passes next year. What do you think?
We'll see. That's all we can do is we'll see. AAGLA's fighting really hard on the campaign in November for it. We'll see how it goes. Just
So
remember one thing, Lee. I don't look good in orange. It's on my shirt.
So the tenant calls me. So this is right before lease renewal on, May 1st. And he says, oh, by the way, there's a couple issues. So he's been there 3 years, never reported anything. And now suddenly when I'm raising the rent, he wants to report all these issues all at once. Okay. And he
That's
says,
what they do. When we raise the rent, they tell us everything that's broken. They go hand in hand together.
yeah, and this one is a habitability issue. So I just wanted your feedback. So the tenant in violation of my lease, they couldn't alter the exterior surfaces, like putting holes and Christmas lights and holiday lights and bistro lights, but they did. And they not
They
only did
made,
it in the fascia board, but in the eaves. Okay. So as
oh,
a consequence,
girl, I got you beat. I had a tenant this Christmas that put up all those blow up things you see at Lowe's.
yeah.
Their front yard looked like the Lowe's display, okay? And the electrical panel didn't handle it. One of her extension cords short circuited
Oh,
and caused a fire in the yard. And it electrical fired the grass and melted her extension cords she had everywhere over the grass and the rocks. And then she tried to send me a letter saying that the house was faulty and I owed her for her blow up things. Are you
oh my
freaking kidding me?
goodness. Okay, so what happened is there's now termite damage because I live near the water. I mean, it's near the water, the house. So, attic, what do you call them? Attic riffrats have entered the attic. Okay, So now it's a habitability issue, right? It doesn't matter who caused it.
Absolutely.
It has to be corrected.
It's
You know,
vermin in the eyes of the court. Absolutely.
that's right. And plus they could eat all my all my electrical cords and everything else on my furnace. So, my question is, while the guy is there, I'm going to have to get two people, a wildlife exclusion expert to put like 1/4 inch galvanized stainless steel on all the roof vents, and patch up any, seal any holes and everything. So, could I ask him to also do the exclusion of all the termite holes they've created and everything, and then charge the tenant back for that, even though they vacated and deducted from their security deposit if they refuse?
Yep.
Okay.
Simply said. Yep. She understood the process, folks.
Case closed. Thank you, Patti.
No problem. Uh-oh, I'm getting questions from Julia. Can I share how I did what? Can you share how you resolved? She wants to know how you resolved this, Lee.
Patti, I was talking about your Christmas situation. That's why I put the
Oh,
little Christmas emojis. What happened with that?
I told her that she would be responsible for her personal belongings per her written contract. She should call her insurance company. And also, she would be getting a bill for the damage that she caused in my grass, my rocks, and on my roof line.
And she said fine or
She
what?
doesn't have a choice.
I mean, no, she doesn't have a choice, but I mean, can't the battle, I feel like I've been in those scenarios where it still continues. And if she would have said, I'm not going to do that, then what?
I think she's pretty afraid of me, Julia.
Gotcha.
Just
Okay.
saying. Most of my
Okay.
tenants know who I am because
Mhm.
I'll start talking right away. Don't try to tell me you're a property manager and you know more than I do, because the reality of that is not true. Okay, I'll tell you right now. Also, Christina, are you still on here? Christina,
I'm here.
you are? Okay, do you remember at the AAGLA trade show, and I'm not going to say any names, but I found something out. You introduced me to an attorney that I had not worked with yet.
Correct.
And you told that attorney that I had a photographic memory when it came to civil codes.
Yes.
And that attorney then questioned me and threw a civil code at me. He threw at me 1950.7. And I stopped and I looked at you funny. Do you remember that? And you said, "What's wrong? You don't know that code?" And I laughed.
He's like, you don't know it, and you're like, that's habitability.
No, I said, what you're asking me about is timeliness. 1950.7 is in regards to commercial dispositions of security deposit, and we have to allow 30 days, not 21. And he turned and walked away. Remember?
Mm-hmm.
I found out why. I was right, and that appalled him. He did not handle that well. He was not expecting me. And the reason I looked at him funny is he asked me a commercial question at a residential conference. So I'm like, why are you asking me that? That's where my brain went. Why would you ask me that? That doesn't make sense. But ever since then, he hasn't talked to me. I recently bumped into him at an AAGLA thing. And I said, yeah, you got to understand, I'm the advisor. When people call, I send them to you. He might not want to piss me off. So I just had to share with you. I thought it was funny.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, men, right? I'm just kidding. We have good men in here. Anybody else have anything for me? Arlene, that was a great question during the training with AAGLA today. And yes, you can upload your own documents in there. You can even code them to be fillable and send them out for signature. Okay,
Can I
there's a
ask
way.
Yeah. What I think would be really helpful is if there was a list of all, because you got to scroll down everything to look and see in that new thing. If there was just a list of everything, and then could they do like a packet where you say, I have an
Honey, I've built packets based on city. They're in the advanced thing, and you'll learn all about that this afternoon.
Oh, great. Okay, because
So
that'll
I've
make a
already
big
built
difference.
packets for LARSO. And what I did is I threw the kitchen sink at the property. In other words, I added the parking agreement, the storage agreement, the addendum for bed bugs, the addendum for mold, the LARSO addendum. And then I added the swimming pool, So when you look
Just
at it,
take out the ones you don't
take
want.
out the ones that don't apply to you. And I'm going to teach that really hard in the afternoon lesson because we have the electrical vehicle charging station addendum in AAGLA's packets. And most landlords look at that addendum and go, I don't have an electrical vehicle charging station, and they throw it out. What that addendum says, if you read it, is that if the tenant wants to install an electrical vehicle charging station, they will do it at their own expense. And people are just throwing it away because it doesn't apply to them. Yes, it does.
I think it would be really helpful for AAGLA to have monthly meetings or in-person lunch and learns. Okay, because there's going to be a lot to really learn. Okay, good. I guess we'll be seeing you.
I'm with you and I'm working on it. And it's really not a lot to learn. Once you clear your head, sit down in front of the computer and just start answering the questions. Who's the owner of this property? Well, it's this trust. Okay. And who's the tenants' names? And you start putting all this stuff in, all of a sudden you're realizing I'm filling out the lease form. It's asking me how much the rent is. It's asking me how much the deposit is. It's asking me how much the late fee is. What it is it's all those fillable forms on the lease document. It's asking you. And
Right,
then when you hit save, it auto-populates the lease for you.
Right, but will you be able to take that lease? Because there's other things like, the rules and regs, you have the times and things like that.
You
other
can
things.
upload your own documents and make them fillable through the advanced program.
So all you'll have to do is change the tenant's name and the dates and the amount, and then everything else should be the same? Yes? Great. Okay.
Tell me you love me. I've worked so hard with Dan and Matt on this. You have no idea.
Well, that's worth $129 a year or whatever it is.
$125, yeah, and it's Sable Sign, so it acts like DocuSign. So when you send something out, the tenant e-signs it and it gets sent back to you. Do you know what that means, Arlene?
I don't have to be printing all that stuff and sending multiple emails.
158 pages. We did her lease packet of move-in. 158 pages, you guys. And that was her copy.
Yep.
Okay, so no more paper. This makes it so much easier. They can e-sign everything. Even where they
it costs me almost $50 or more just to go and have it printed.
Bingo! Not anymore. $125. It stores all your files. And I'm not trying to sell this, but hear me out, okay, you guys? And if you're a management company, you can sign up with $125 and then do $20 per month per user. So you can have all your managers signed up with their account as a user so they can use e-signing and DocuSign. But it's not DocuSign, it's Sable Sign. I'm just saying it wrong because, hey, I want you to understand it. And it's a great program because it'll have packets. There's already packets. I've busted my butt to make packets that are specific to areas. And then you pull the packet, and like Arlene's talking about, you can upload your own documents to this, make them fillable and include it in the packet. It'll be included in the file, and it's all stored online. So if you're sitting in the courtroom and the attorney says, I need to see a copy of the notice that you sent on such and such day, you can go in there as long as you have Wi-Fi on your cell phone and pull it up and show it to them. That to me is priceless.
Are you going to be able to upload like the move-in photos and stuff?
Yeah. And it's unlimited storage.
Yeah, that's really good.
Yeah. Take your paper file, Arlene, and we'll burn them. I'm sorry, you guys.
Wait.
I went to Arlene's house and helped her put together her last move-in packet. And it was insane. It was very, very involved. And I could see how you guys easily get overwhelmed by it if you don't do it often. It is awesome. It is amazingly awesome what capability they have. Because I don't know about you guys, but I haven't been able to pull up CAA in a courtroom and pull up a document that I served. Okay? So it has better choices in some areas.
Patti, can you hear me?
I can, Marianne.
Okay. I'm going to make it short, and I want your opinion.
Okay, I'm going to take a bite of my food while you're talking. Nobody get offended. It's the lunch hour, and I started at 11 with AAGLA's webinar, and I have another one as soon as we're done. So if I don't eat while I'm talking to you guys, my friends, I ain't going to eat today. So go ahead, Miriam.
Okay. I have the tenant from hell. Okay, so what has happened? She moved. She supposedly moved, but she didn't move. She told Section 8 she had moved to this other property. She's been living in my property for over a month, but yet they paid the other landlord, not me, while she's still living in my place. Why she's doing it, I can't tell you. Now, I forced Section 8 to tell them that make her give me a 30-day notice in which to move, which was last month on the 30th of March. So she wrote a notice saying her intent, not I'm going to move out by the April 30th. My intent is to move out. She's still moving out, okay? But she's still spending the night at my place, okay? So tomorrow is the day she's supposed to get out. I want your opinion. What is it legally I can do and should do regarding this type of uncooperative tenant?
I need to look at a calendar, so just bear with me really quickly.
Sure.
Because you're asking me a very specific question and I want to give you a very specific answer.
Okay.
Shit. On May 4th, you're going to serve her with a 3-day pay rent or quit. You could serve it on May 2nd, which is a Saturday. That's what I would do. I'd serve it on May 2nd or the 3rd. She's on Section 8, yes?
Yes.
Shit. So it's got to be a 30-day CARES Act notice.
Cares.
And I would serve it on the 2nd. The 4th is day 1. The 5th is day 2. And the 6th is day 3. Day 7 is the first day you could, or it's not 3, it's 30 days. But yeah, you're going to have to do it that way.
Let's assume that she does get out by the 30th, which is tomorrow. Let's say she's out by the 30th. Then
okay.
Because she hasn't paid rent, and Section 8 is saying that the rent that they paid me for this month, they are going to recapture it.
Okay. Well, let them recalculate, let them do their thing, let them know that she's still in possession. And if she fails to vacate and isn't paying you, when you serve that 30 days, she's going to know that she has 30 days to get out of there and she's going to take her sweet ass time.
So I really don't have a leg to stand
All
on.
All you can do is serve her a 30-day on the 2nd of May and wait. That's all you can do.
Wow.
You're in a conundrum, honey.
Wow. Nothing I can do. Wow. Okay. 30-day on the 2nd of May.
Remember one thing, Miriam. We don't look good in orange.
I don't want to, that's the reason I said I'm going to get on this call. I had to ask you, how would you handle it? Because I don't want to do anything.
Then don't do anything. Just smile, keep your head down, your mouth shut, and hope she goes away.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
The more picking and prodding you do, you're just going to piss her off more.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. And I see some questions coming in. Let me get to them. AAGLA used to have monthly Saturday meetings. I know, Margot, and we're going to try to do some things back. It's just Saturdays don't work very often. My tenant of 8 years asked if I can give an updated rental agreement removing the ex-wife. I said no. Did I answer that correctly? I said that because the security deposit is more than 1 month's rent. I told her that's why you have addenda, removal of the ex-wife. There you go. The ex-wife has to tell you she wants off the contract, not them. Due to a small backyard, I have a hard time to rent a house. I'd like your input. Thank you. Do you allow pets? Rachel, do you allow pets? Do you allow parking? Okay, I'd advertise pet friendly. We have parking. That's how I'd start the ad. Pet friendly. We have parking. Or parking included. And then you guys are probably going to start lowering your security deposits, would be my guess, to try to get tenants in there because we are running at a 15% vacancy rate on a corporate level. Wait, Patti, what'd you just say? Corporate America can't rent their vacancy either, you guys. They're running at a 15 to 17% vacancy cap right now. They can function at 40% vacant. We can't. Okay? They're giving away 2 months free rent. That is now biting them in the butt because those people aren't paying the rent increase with that concession that they got. They're incapable of doing it, and we're having to evict. It's sad. But start changing the way you advertise. Pets welcome, parking included, all the things that other people are nickel and diming and trying to do as an upsell. Put in your ad that you're including those in your pricing. Just change it up a bit. You can always email me a copy of your ad and I'll tweak it around a little bit and see if I can't help you. Also, I'm seeing that people that are coming from another state are using a real estate agent. So if your listing is on the MLS for rent, you're in a better position for those people that are moving here from out of the state. In order to be on the MLS, you do have to have a licensed sales agent helping you.
Patty, I think there's something online where I think you just pay one fee and you can get on and you don't have to use an agent.
Awesome.
I don't know if it's still active, but it was.
Yeah, here's what I could tell all of you that have a vacant right now. Fill up your vacant. Do whatever you can. Remember in 2006 and 2007 when the real estate market crashed and we had to lower our rents to keep people there? I see that looming on the horizon. It isn't at it yet, but all the writing is on the wall that is coming. So it would be a really bad time for you to have a vacant property. Make sure you fill those up, okay? Don't make a bad decision thinking you're in a hurry, but just be cautious, okay? We're going to see some changes here. If I had to guess, it'll be this year. We can't keep holding on the way we're going. It'll be this year. We'll see some changes.
Patty,
Yes.
you ever use retometer? It looks like rent-o-meter, but it's retometer. Have you used that in order to price and come up with the price point of your listing?
Yeah, I've used it. It's renometer, retometer, whatever people call it. It's all the same thing. Yeah, we've used it.
Okay, when you use it, are you using in the middle of the market, the top of the market, bottom of the market, or what would you recommend?
It depends on what you have going on. Look at it this way. You can always list it for mid-market range and come down, but you can't ask for more money. So my opinion to you is if you put it on the market and you get 40 phone calls the first day, you didn't ask for enough money.
Oh,
You can always come down, you can't add on, okay?
Betty, I have a real estate agent that
Oh.
is listing my property. And
Okay, and it's on the multiple listing service?
yeah, and she's saying the house is fine, the backyard, just due to the backyard, that she has a hard time renting.
Then lower the rent a little bit.
I did.
That's all we can do. Offer an incentive, like a lower security deposit or money off your first 6 months of rent. $50 off your first 6 months of rent.
Okay, I'll do that. I'll tell her.
Okay, but offer some kind of an incentive.
Okay,
Okay?
thanks.
No problem. Anybody else? Because I'm gonna have to cut. Oh, I don't have to cut this short just yet. I'm sorry. I let time get away from me. Anybody else have anything?
yes, Kathy, the bad tenant I just mentioned. So once she gets out, we have that 21 day on which to refund the security deposit. But due to the fact that she has not paid any rent in 5 months, and due to the fact that in prior litigation, prior UDs, there was a period because it was 24 months, you can only go back 12. So those months prior to 24, I can go back and deduct that from her security deposit. Am I correct?
You can go back through the entire term of the tenancy if you're taking it out at disposition.
Okay. So when it comes right down to it, I'm not going to listen to what Section 8 is saying, because they're saying that they would recapture what they've already paid me. We're going to take it back. So if they're saying that, oh, you have to take what we gave you from her, I'm going to take that plus all the rent in the past that she did not pay. I'm going to deduct all of that from the security deposit. And more than likely, it's going to be a negative to her. She's going to owe me money. What do I do
Correct.
in that case?
You can file small claims for anything that is $12,500 or less. Anything that's more than that amount, you have to file general civil.
General, what was it?
General civil.
Okay, general civil. Thank you.
No problem. And the only reason I'm able to answer that, so you guys know, is I spent 10 years in an eviction law firm.
No.
Anybody else have anything they want to ask me?
That's good.
All right, you guys, I don't have much to share with you. If you're going to be available at 1 o'clock today, please join the AAGLA webinar regarding our new forms and our packets that are going to be available. I have set up packets that are city-based, like Culver City, LARSO, anything governed by the DCBA. I've set up packets so you can automatically go click on it and then just pull out the documents that don't apply to you. Hit the easy button. Okay?
Thank you, Patti.
No problem, no problem. I'm like, Arlene, you want to pay for the upgrade? Trust me. I know
Oh, I'm
what,
sure. Yeah.
yeah. And
Yeah.
and I don't see any management companies on here. I'm looking though to see, because usually I can tell by who's in here what I need to say, if that makes sense. No, I don't see any big management companies, but if there's one of you in here, I would do the upgraded version. It's going to be so much easier. Manager still has control, or the regional manager still has control and can go in and see what the other employees are doing. That's priceless. I mean, I've really went to bat with this company and be like, nope, regionals want to see what they're doing. We don't want to hear about it. We want to see it. So I've set it up so that I love it. And if I love it, you should love it, right? Yes, the AAGLA forms are available now. They're the same forms you've always used. They're just auto-fillable now. So much
And
easier.
they'll be automatically updated. So when there's a new one, they will be the new versions, correct?
Absolutely. It will not populate the old version. Correct.
Is this live?
Can they highlight it, Patti? Can they highlight it so that it says new or something?
Yes, and you can even highlight documents before you send them out for your tenant. Like if you want to remind them about the insurance clause, you can highlight it when you send them the lease.
Oh, that's good.
You guys are going to love it. I'm telling you, I put a lot of time, effort, and energy into this. In fact, this is all I've been doing since I started with AAGLA last year.
Does the change of tenancy with the rent increase, did you put some lines in there so you put notes, like if you want them to remind them, like for rent, to send you updated renters insurance stuff?
That wouldn't be in a change of terms of tenancy. That would be in a notice.
As a reminder, you can't put it on that? No?
I wouldn't. You're changing terms. That's what that document is. It's a legal document, just like an estoppel, an addendum, and anything. So we want to leave that in its form. And then if we need to send an additional letter or a reminder, we would send it with it, but not on the same document.
So would it be an addendum? It's not an addendum. What form would you use?
I'd send them a letter. Just to bring to your attention, I don't have a copy of your current insurance. It's a material breach of your lease, and it says in paragraph blank that you need to provide insurance. Please provide an updated copy of your insurance immediately. Otherwise, you're going to do a 3-day cure or quit.
Okay.
Are these forms, is this live now, Patti, to access?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I got a phone call this morning at AAGLA. Let me tell you something, you guys. I plugged in my headset at 8:30 like this. I'm not awake yet. Okay. But I was awake. And this lady calls and she says, I need help filling out these forms. I don't know what to do. I've never seen this before. And I said, thank you for your inquiry. We have a class at 11 o'clock today. If you have questions after that, call us back. And I hung up. I'm not doing that. No.
A question on the management form. I've asked you about this before, but I still need like more clarification. When you do a change of management and let's say the owner of the property has a registered agent that's in an office building with a real address. And do I still have to provide them with the local person in town's property address or like location to where do they have to physically be able to come and talk to someone?
Stop. They have to be able to pay the rent in the state of California.
Okay.
Period. End of report.
What if that address is in Sacramento? Because that's where the register.
Period. End of report. It has to be within the state. Doesn't matter where it is. Just has to be within the state.
Okay.
If you're requiring that they make a direct deposit into your bank account, it has to be within 5 miles of the property. Your branch of your bank.
Okay, so we don't have to give them an address that's within 5 miles. That's like the property management address.
Only if you are requiring them to make a direct deposit into your bank. The bank must be within 5 miles of the residence.
Yes.
Okay, that's the only law I know about in regards to what you're speaking of.
So if I have a registered agent attached to the LLC that owns the property, then that registered agent that's in Sacramento can be the only address provided on that change of management form, and that's it?
And that's now where they're going to mail their rent to.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Okay.
Got it.
The advanced version, Miriam, is $125 a year. Yes, G. Jones, it's like WinForms, and instead of DocuSign, it uses Sable Sign. Okay. If it is too late, is it too late to renew the lease if I miss the first expiration? No, ask them if they want to sign a new lease. Anybody else have anything? If not, I'm going to get off of here and wolf down my lunch. And then I got a 1 o'clock webinar with AAGLA regarding the advanced program. Yep, I'll be there at 1 o'clock. You guys can't really see me, but I'm answering all the questions. I think Arlene asked a question and I answered it. So I'll be answering the questions you guys type in. So if you need anything, let me know. And you can direct your question directly to me if you choose to. You just put, hey, Patti, can I do it this way? I believe you sign up for the 1 o'clock. Call AAGLA right now and ask them if they can sign you up to the 1 o'clock webinar. They'll also be replayed.
You can sign on online, even right up until the call or even during the call. Before, once the call started, AAGLA wouldn't let you register, but you can still register even after the call is started online.
Awesome. Thank you. I love you guys. You guys all know more than I do. I love it.
Patti, I know you're slammed, but when you have time, I just wanted to chit chat with you about something.
I want to talk to you too. Clark left Sunday to go back to Alaska.
Okay.
Yeah, he's got to work.
The nerve of him.
Huh?
The nerve of him.
Like, what do you mean you got to work? He goes, well, if we want to keep going on adventures and you expect me to pay for it, I need to go back to work. And I was like, go, get out. You guys got it, Miriam. I love working with all of you. You guys are a great group, and I appreciate all of you. You have no idea. Yay, Margot just signed up for the 1 p.m. Zoom. This is on the advanced one that you pay an additional $125 a year for. I highly recommend it. It's Sable Sign. It's going to take you, my guess, and I'm waiting for Arlene to go, what'd you just say? My guess is it will take you between 15 and 30 minutes to prepare an entire lease packet once you get everything set up, if not quicker.
Wow.
Because I'll tell you, I did one in 7 minutes, but I've been working that program, okay? I've been messing with it for months. 7 minutes to do a whole lease packet. Yeehaw!
Finally.
I'm trying, you guys. I'm trying.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna get off of here and wolf down my
Okay.
lunch.
Enjoy
and
your
I'll
lunch. Talk to
see
you
you guys
later.
at 1.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye,
Bye.
everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.